Okay, today we are going to discuss about conversion of decimal numbers to octal. So how we can convert a decimal number to octal? So we know that what is an integral part of a number and a fractional part of a number. So here if you want to convert a decimal to octal, integral part of the decimal number we can convert integral part of the decimal number to octal by continuous division by 8, and we can convert fractional part of the decimal number to octal by continuous multiplication with 8. Okay, for the integral part, continuous division by 8. For the fractional part, continuous multiplication with 8. Okay, so we start with our first question. So the first question is 25.25. So 25.25, which is a decimal number. So we are going to convert 25.25 into octal form. As we know that the integral part is 25, so we have to convert the integral part to octal by continuous division by 8. Okay, and fractional part is 0.25. So to convert the fractional part to octal, we have to continue multiplication with 8. Okay. Okay, here you can see the steps. So 25 is the integral part. We are dividing 25 by 8. So we know that 25 by 8 it will be 3 and remainder 1. If you try to divide 3 by 8, we cannot divide. So we have to write 3 as it is. Like in the case of decimal to binary conversion, we are going to arrange the remainders from bottom to top. So it will be 31. So octal equivalent of 25 is 31. Now we look into the fractional part. 0.25 is the fractional part. Here also we follow the same steps, same pattern, same procedure, but we are multiplying with 8. 0.25 into 8, which will give you the result 2.0. Here also we are separating the integral part from the result, intermediate result, that is 0.25 into 8, which will produce 2.0. So 2 is the integral part, so we are separating that. Then 0.0 is the after removing the integral part, it is 0.0 into 8, which will give you 0. So we can stop our calculation. So you can see the final result. 25.25 of the decimal is equal to 31.20 of the octal number. Okay. Here we can see the second question, that is 38.375, which is a decimal number. We want to convert that decimal number into an octal number. So here we know that 38 is the integral part. So what we have to do to convert that integral part to octal, we have to continue divide by 8. Here the fractional part is 0.375. To convert the fractional part to octal, so we have to continue multiplication with 8. Okay. Here you can see the steps. So the integral part is 38, fractional part is 0.375. First we can see we are dividing 38 by 8. So 8 into 4, 32. We have the remainder 6. Again, if we try to divide 4 by 8, we cannot divide, so 4 we have to write as it is. So from arranging the remainders from bottom to top, it will be 46, right? So 38 in decimal, equivalent octal is 46. Now consider the fractional part. So in the fractional part, what you can see, 0.375 into 8. 0.375 into 8, which will give you 3.0. So we are separating the integral part of the intermediate result, that is 3. Then fractional part, it is 0.00 into 8, which will result in a 0. So the final answer, you can see I have written there, 38.375 of the decimal is equal to 46.3 of the octal system. So here we have our third question. So here also we are converting decimal to octal number, right? So the integral part of the question, that is 210. 210 is the integral part and 0.125 is the fractional part. So we know that we have to convert the integral part to octal by continuous division by 8. And for the fractional part, we have to multiply with 8. Continuous multiplication is needed. So let's see the conversion. Here you can see the steps for the conversion. 210 is the integral part, 0.125 is the fractional part. So when 210 is the integral part, so here you can see that I am dividing 210 by 8. So it contains when we multiply 26 into 8, so 26 into 8, it is 208. Okay, and the remainder is 2. Again we are dividing 26 by 8, so it is 3 times. So 3 into 8, 24, remainder again 2. If you try to divide that 3 by 8, so we cannot divide, so we are writing 3 as it is. Again rearranging the remainders from bottom to top, so 210 of the decimal is equal to 322 of the octal system, right? Now you look into the fractional part. In the fractional part, you can see that 0.125 is the fractional part. 0.125 into 8, 0.125 into 8, which will give you 1.00. So here we want to separate the integral part of the intermediate result, that is 1 we are separating. After separating the 1, you can see that it is 0. So 0 into 8, which will result in 0, right? So here you can see that we converted the fractional part. 0.125 of 10 is equal to 0.10 of the octal system. So final result has been written for you. Please have a look there. Okay, our next task is to converting a decimal to hexadecimal. So we know that in hexadecimal number system we have 16 unique digits. So on the screen you can see the 16 digits I have written there. So the 16 digits ranging from 0 to 9, then A, B, C, D, E and F. So you know that where A is equal to 10, B is equal to 11, C is equal to 12 and D is equal to 13, E is equal to 14 and F is equal to 15. Okay, so here also we follow the same procedure. Suppose if you want to convert an integral part of the decimal, you are doing the continuous division by 16. So when you want to convert a fractional part of the decimal number to hexadecimal, we do the continuous multiplication with the 16. Okay, is it clear? So here you can see that our the first question of the decimal to hexadecimal conversion. So 120.25, the given decimal is 120.25 is the decimal. So here we are converting that into hexadecimal. You can see that when we divide 120 by 16, we are getting 7 as the result and 8 as the remainder. We cannot divide 7 with 16, so we are writing 7 as it is. So here what you can see, 120 is the integral part of the question. So we got it as 78 is the equivalent hexadecimal. Now look into the fractional part, that is 0.25. We are multiplying with the 16, so we will be getting it as 4.0. Separating the integral part, that 4 is the integral part, 0.0 into 16, which will result in 0. Then again arranging the integral part of the multiplication result from top to bottom. So it is 0.25 in the decimal system equal to 0.40 in the hexadecimal. And you can see the final result I have written for you. Okay, please see the final result. Here you can see the next question, 225.124, which is the given decimal number. We want to convert that into equivalent hexadecimal, right? 225 is the integral part, 0.124 is the fractional part. So here you can see that I am dividing 225 by 16. We are getting 14 as the result and 2 as the fractional. So we cannot divide 14 by 16. So we are writing 14 as it is. So in hexadecimal, 14 means it is equal to E. So we can write 225 of the decimal is equal to E2 of the hexadecimal. Now look into the fractional part. In the fractional part, 0.124 is the fractional part. 0.124 into 16, which result in 1.984. So if we remove the integral part, we know that it is 1, right? Now 0.984 is the remaining fractional part into 16, which result in 15.744. So which result in 15.744, where 15 is the integral part. We are separating the integral part. So 15, actually 15, instead of 15 we are writing F. Then remaining fractional part, 0.744 into 16, 0.744 into 16, which will give you 11.904. 11.904. So we know that separating the integral part, 11 is the integral part. So instead of 11 we can write B. Then fractional part 0.904, and you can see that 0.904 into 16, which will give you 14.464. So separating the integral part, so 14, instead of 14 we could write E. So 0.124 of the decimal is equal to 0.1 FBE is the equivalent hexadecimal. So here you can see I have prepared the final result for you. Please look on the screen. You can see the final result. Okay.